Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome back to Ego Talk. I'm here with the beautiful Rose Caberly. Today we're going to be doing a whole revamp on her look of her hair. So Rose, actually, we met like 4 months ago. She came in, she had a weft in her hair. We removed that and then we did a volumizing service with some extensions. So she's had them in for about 4 months. She had a really great experience with them. And let's talk a little bit about like what you're looking for today. So I know when we initially met, you had very, very blonde hair. You didn't have any of this groove.
No.
And you were telling me that you had experienced like a bit of breakage and damage through your ends, which kind of got us here.
Yes.
And so what are you looking for now?
I definitely still want to keep some of that blonde color, but maybe not like the bleach blonde. But I just want like obviously this to be blended out throughout it. And like just easy to maintain because I am at school playing basketball, so I can't like get my hair dyed every, month or two. And then I definitely think I want to go back with the extensions, but maybe a full head.
A full head this time? Okay, yeah. So you're ready to take the jump into a full head, length, volume, everything?
Yes,
right,
I
awesome.
really loved them. They're so easy to take care of. So.
Okay, great. And as far as your color placement, like we want to keep you blonde, but more lipped in blonde, correct?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Let's get started. So to get things started in tradition here, Rose is gonna do the honors and pop a bottle for us. Shout out to my girl Christina, because when you told me you never popped a bottle before, she just told me she never popped a bottle before. So I guess that's what we're here for popping bottles. So go ahead, girl, get it.
Okay, what do I do?
Just like press 2 fingers, hold it, press it up, aim it right at Drunk Carla.
No.
There you go, almost there.
Ah!
Almost there.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Cheers to you. Cheers to your new hair and all the things we're gonna chit chat about and your future and everything. I'm really excited for you.
Yes, thank you so much. Cheers.
You're very welcome. So before we get started putting the hair in, we did some highlights on Rose just to break up her base a little bit, give her a money piece, blend out her on-scalp lightener processing that she was getting done. So now we have to match the extensions. So I went ahead and I pulled some hair that we're going to be using. This is our Ego hair extensions, EGO extension, Got Obsessed hair extensions. It's premium sourced by us, Slavic hair. From Eastern Europe, Cuticle Intact, Remy. So I'm going to be using a mixture of the solid blonde pieces through the back here. And then as we get closer to the front, I'm going to be using pieces that are rooted that match really nicely with her natural base color, like so. So that way when she wants to pull her hair back for games and stuff, she doesn't have to worry about seeing bright blonde bonds around her face. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get these all set up and open and start making my pattern. So what do you do?
No, like I remember there was one time last year we were playing this team at their home gym, so they were in like a white jersey,
Yeah.
and it was a girl that was a lot taller than me, and she like came over to try and block my shot, but I remember my head just kind of smacked right into her like chest,
Yeah.
and when I pulled away, there was just a big like orange
burn.
like makeup stain
Yeah.
like right on her where the name of her school was, and I was just like.
Oh my God. Whatever. She should have gone some close.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's what you get for trying to block my shot. But yeah, our athletic trainer like is constantly, and like managers are constantly throwing us like towels like when it's a timeout or something to like dry our hands,
Yeah.
take to dry our sweat, and I'm always over there like patting my
Yeah,
face, like
lightly.
trying not to wipe it
Yeah.
off.
So one of the things that really intrigued me about Rose, which really wanted me to make a YouTube video with her, was that obviously she's so beautiful, but also why don't you tell them like what you do as far as your sport? Because like I don't know anything about sports, and we were talking about sports, and I just found it like super interesting because my family talks about sports, especially what Rose does, and so let them know what she does.
So I play basketball at Quinnipiac University. So it's a Division I basketball program. So basically, I go to school on full scholarship, and we travel all over and go play other teams. So we do like a non-conference schedule. So that's when you play teams from like that are outside of your conference, and those are usually like teams all over. And that's in the beginning of your season, and then you go into conference play. And like obviously right now, like March Madness is going on. My team, unfortunately, we lost in our conference tournament, so our season's done. But a lot of teams are still playing, and like that's like the ultimate goal. But yeah, so I'm a point guard on my team, so it means like I bring the ball up and like run all of our plays and stuff.
What is like D1 Division I? What does that mean? Like what is the difference between that and like I don't know something else?
So there's like different levels to college basketball. So
Because you're on
you
TV.
hear- Yeah.
So like I was like you were like yeah I'm on TV and it's like okay like, that's like different.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. So there's like different levels to college basketball. So like some schools are Division III, and that's like the lower level, and then you have Division II, which is like in the middle, and then you have Division I, and then you have like that's in the NCAA. Then you have like different. So you have like JUCO colleges and NAIA, which are like two separate conferences. But basically, Division I and NCAA is like the highest that you could be
okay.
in the states.
And that's just with college. Because then
Yes.
otherwise after college would be what?
So you can either play like professionally overseas, like, or you can play in the WNBA. But that's like the tops.
Yeah.
Like,
But like that's literally like the next thing. Like it's like you are there and then it's like either like you're going overseas or you're going to what was it?
the WNBA.
WNBA.
Yeah.
So like
It's like
that's-
that or you're done playing
That's pretty
basketball.
impressive. And like I said, like I'm not a sports person. I've tried all sports. I can never really stick with them. So like to hear that you did that, but also to like obviously see you like as far as somebody who I like to work on like aesthetically, like you are. You got the lashes, you got the blonde hair, now the hair extensions. I just like found it really interesting because I don't often get to speak or work on somebody who's athlete or
Mhm.
like, and I like want to go like a professional athlete. Like
Yeah.
you do that, like you're an influencer, like you do a lot of different things, and it's not often I get to like speak to someone or get to like understand like what goes into a sport or what
Yeah.
you do because there's not very many athletes that have your aesthetic. So I
Yeah.
thought that's like really, really cool. Which kind of leads me into like the next question for you because I follow you on Instagram and I see like you post all kinds of pictures like with younger girls and just fans and like people who like are rooting for you and like that's so awesome. Do you feel that like obviously people come to you for the sport because you have that amazing talent,
Mhm.
but how do you feel that like your aesthetic helps to like carry you further within your sport.
Yeah. It's funny because like a couple times after games, like some young girls would come up to me and like the first thing that they say is like, "You're so pretty!" Like, "Oh my god!" Like you're so pretty. And then like their parents are like, they were literally from the stands, like, "She's my favorite. Like she's so pretty." And then like obviously after watching the game, and then they're like, "Well, like you're also really good at basketball."
Yeah.
So I think like at first it kind of just, I don't even know if it like just draws people in, and maybe because like I'm the one out there like with the lashes, with this and that. And honestly, a lot more girls in basketball are doing it, but like that's just like my personality. That's just who I am, and I like to like, you know, wear makeup and like get myself all dolled up, and I'm still gonna be like a tough, you know, bitch on the court, but
You still have your talent, but you don't let that be only who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't get. And I was saying this to you before. Like, I really respect women who take pride in their appearance and like carry themselves a certain way, because it shows that like you care. And not that that's everything, but obviously in my industry, it makes a difference.
yeah,
So being able to see someone who not just has like sick skill, like playing a sport or something, but also aesthetically is like gorgeous and like pleasing, at least in my eyes, and like obviously other people's eyes. It's really cool. And I think that, like you said, the girls that come up to you and say like, "Oh my god, you're so pretty," I think that you being the way that you are, looking the way that you do, it probably makes you much more like approachable, like a friendly face.
yeah,
You know, and yeah, versus like somebody who might just like have like messy hair and be all like sweaty or whatever. You're like, you might be sweaty and your hair might be messy, but it's blonde and long and thick, and you got your lashes and your makeup and stuff. So like, it just like adds to like just a little something that makes you more approachable, which I think is like really really cool. So
yeah. I think it's cool too. Like a lot of girls that are like myself, like the really girly girls that like are, like you said, aesthetically pleasing. As sad as it is, like I feel like we've honestly brought more attention to women's basketball, like because like we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and like people are like, "Oh, like let me follow her for like how she looks," but then they're like, "Wait, you play basketball?" Or "Wait, you play soccer?" Like you play this, you play that, and then they go and like check them out, and they're like, "Wait, you're actually pretty good."
yeah,
And so then it's like they start watching it, and then they're like, "Oh, women's basketball isn't so boring after all. Women's basketball isn't so this after all." Like, so I feel like honestly, like the social media aspect of things has brought a lot more attention to the sport in itself, which is awesome.
well, and I don't think like I do understand like not wanting to be like overlooked for your talent and what you do based off of like how you look. And
Yeah.
I understand that in a way because I do feel that like being a male in the beauty industry and like having my aesthetic that I do, like it has helped me like get places.
Yeah.
And also made people maybe more intrigued in me. And but I never let that like overshadow who I am, my work I do, the talent I have. And like I said, like you have that talent first.
Yeah.
Like aesthetic can always be built. Like you could be you with no lashes, no makeup, brown hair.
Yeah.
But like you built like who you are. You created who you are and you love who you are. And I think that's like really awesome.
Yeah.
You know? Now you brought up social media, like that is an excellent point that you say social media has brought attention to the sport, but it's not necessarily that social, like now that like I'm thinking about it, it's not necessarily that like social media has brought attention to the sport, it's that you have utilized social media in a way that like people go to social media for those like beauty tutorials or like to see what people are doing aesthetically and stuff, and you've been able to like pair that with your sport.
Yeah.
So it's not just like your looks that are like getting people's attention, it's you using your brain to like create a brand
Yeah.
of you but off your sport and your looks.
Yeah.
And so like there's a lot that goes to that.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. So that's awesome. And there was one of the reasons that we actually like rushed to get this video like going to get your hair done, just because you have like a big trip coming up. And that kind of leads us into the beginning, which was like you and your sport and like who you are and what like beauty means to you, and then how that has made you approachable to your fans, and then how that has made you marketed yourself on social media to now opportunities opening up for you.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in California?
Yeah, so the WWE like talent recruiter agency reached out and they basically asked like if I'd be willing to go for a tryout. They said that they like saw my social medias and were super interested in like how I personified myself basically. And then with my athletic background, obviously like that is an added plus because they were looking for more college athletes to come and join like and be a WWE athlete after. So it's kind of cool. Like they're flying 45 of us, and we're all like Division I athletes from different sports to Los Angeles, and it's for 5 days, and you just like go and you're doing a tryout basically. So you're gonna do like on camera work, so they're gonna see how you interview, how you like.
And I could so see you like on that. And,
Yeah.
like I don't watch that either, but you know I watched like that show that was on like E where like had like the girl wrestlers
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and like I could so see you like doing that. And like even those like women that they had on TV, like the spin-offs of like WWE shows and stuff, like they have like they're gorgeous and like a look, and
Yeah.
like you have that, but then also obviously you have an athletic ability. You know, able to run up and down and check and the ball and like everything that you do. So that's gonna be really cool. Like I was telling you when I first met you, you were telling me about like you are on like ESPN and stuff sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And I was saying because my aunt, she's like obsessed with basketball, and so you play all of your games on ESPN, or is it like certain games that you do on ESPN?
Yeah, so all of our games are broadcasted on like different versions of ESPN. So
Okay.
like some of our games are on ESPN Plus, some of them are on ESPN3. Like one game a year is on ESPNU. So it's just like different broadcasts, but like if
Okay.
you were to like open the ESPN app and scroll through like games that are live, like you would see my game on there, which
Sure.
is it's cool.
Okay. And your family, they try to come to all your games, I'm sure.
Yeah, so my parents actually came to like every game of mine this year besides 4,
Wow.
I think, and we play like 30 games. So
That's nice. So you got like the support from the
yeah.
That's really awesome. Alright, so when you first decided to get hair extensions or look into getting different extensions from what you had, what made you like look us up and how did you find us or how did that go?
Yeah, so like I said, I had no idea really anything about hair extensions, and so the hair salon that I was just getting my hair colored at, I was like, oh, well, do you guys do hair extensions? And they were like, yeah, like, we just do, like, sew and wax, so I thought that was, like, the only type of hair extension, but I got them, and I think if I didn't play basketball, it would have been a lot easier to, like, maintain them, and, like, just, I don't know, like, it was just tugging on my hair, and, like, I felt like my natural hair, like, kind of getting, like, pulled out a little bit. And like I said, like pulling it up into a ponytail every day, it was just really bad. And so when I did ultimately get those wefts out, I realized like my natural hair, like it did get pulled out a lot, and I kind of had some like literal like bald spots of where like the weft was pulling on my hair, just made my scalp super sensitive. So I was really nervous to get extensions again, but my hair like did not grow at all with the wefts. So I was super self-conscious of like how short and broken my hair was. So I looked up like different types of extensions at that point, and I saw like keratin tips, like different types of fusions. And so then I was like, okay, like I need to find somewhere in New Jersey, like because I wanted to find a salon by my house. And you guys came up as like one of the top rated. So then I honestly looked you guys up on social media. I went through your Instagram and everything, and I was like, okay, like. Let me call and just see like if they can help me out. And so I remember I called, and I'm pretty sure that he answered. And I think he answered, and I was like venting to him for like 10 minutes. And he's like, he's like listening to me, and I'm like ranting. I'm like, they destroyed my hair, like, and I was like, I just need like I kind of want to try these fusions out, but I'm not sure. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna try it. And I came here, and I remember I told you like I wanted my hair to be short, like I just wanted the extensions for fullness. But then once I saw them in, so you were like, let's just do the partial, just so you can get some fullness. We'll cut it short like how you want it. You'll try it out. And as soon as you put those extensions in, I was like, oh my god, I love the long hair. Like, I love it. Yeah. And so you did cut it a little bit just to, like, even it out. But you were like, I'll keep it a little longer. Yeah. And then I went on with my day, and it was a great experience here. You colored my money pieces. Loved it. And then I realized how much easier these were to maintain. And just, like, how much healthier my natural hair felt too. Like, it didn't feel matted. My scalp wasn't like itching so badly. Like, I could still take care of my hair and take care of these extensions.
It wasn't overwhelming.
Yes. And with basketball, like, it fit perfectly into a ponytail. I didn't have like the weft popping out on the side of my pony. Like, it was just much easier for me.
Do you pull your hair back? Do you pull your hair back every game?
Every day, yeah.
So that's like super important with your lifestyle. And these bonded extensions, they have 360 degree movement. So you're able to pull your hair back in a ponytail. You don't see them, and it's super comfortable.
Yeah.
So whereas like a weft, it's up and down, it's full. So like your corners would like probably pop out.
Yes.
Trying to pull it back.
Yeah.
So it worked for like your lifestyle as well.
Yeah. And yeah, so when I came for this time, I kind of wanted to try like the whole thing, get some more, make it a little longer, because I know like that it's easy to take care of, and like it's not gonna hurt my natural hair. Like, you saw how much my natural hair grew, yeah. But yeah.
So the most important thing, which we already spoke about, and you told me already that you love your hair extension brush. So we have our Ego hair extension brushes. So Rose has been using hers every day, twice a day. So she already knows the deal. And when we took out her partial, her hair was perfect. Like, it couldn't have been any better. So she had done an amazing job with brushing and keeping it matte free, because one of the biggest reasons that somebody will get matted extensions is simply because they don't dry their hair at the root and they don't brush their hair. So you did both those things. As an athlete that practices every day and sweats every day and everything, so if you can do it, anyone can do it.
Yes.
The other thing is making sure that, like, when you're shampooing your hair and washing your hair, that you're keeping it like going in the direction, and I'll go over that with you at the sink. Making sure you're applying your conditioner properly is super important. And then sleeping at night. Like, how did you sleep most nights with your hair? Did you keep it gathered?
I did it in like a single braid down
A
my
single
back.
braid down your back?
Yeah.
Like right down the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's perfect. And it was comfortable.
Yeah.
So she followed all the rules, all the direction. Like I said, she's an athlete. She goes to school. She trains. She practices. So if they're that easy for her to take care of, you can take it. So we are all finished with our application of our hair. So now I'm going to take Rose to the sink. We're going to do light root top. We're going to give this a little bit of a richer blonde color and style her and finish her up. Yes, well, here is the finished product. 100 pieces of 100 pieces of Warm Fusion bonded Ego hair extensions. We did a partial balayage foil technique. We then clarified, added all this hair, did a slight root drop at the base, and toned the ends just to brighten them up, take them out of that yellow stage, give them a nice vanilla tone. What do you think? You love it?
Love it.
All right. So we're all done here. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to follow our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram at Ego Salon and Spa, Snapchat, Facebook. And how about your social media? Would you like to shout it out?
Oh, okay, my TikTok is rosecaverly24 and my Instagram is rosecavs.
Well, thank you again for watching, and good luck everything you in the future. I know I'll be seeing you around.
Thank you
and,
so much.
Tune in next time. Thank you for watching Ego Talk.